Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be going over the best way to forage because I just finished watching this Energy Foraging 50 video. Okay, great video, Zenergy. All the love to you. I hope somebody sends you this video though, because man, you went through a lot of pain you did not have to go through. There's a new island foraging method that's actually been around for a little bit. I didn't actually know about it until recently, but it can get you up to 1.6 million foraging XP an hour during Derpy. Outside of Derpy, this guy's PB is like 930k an hour. I don't know if you guys can do the math, but that's like 60 hours for foraging 50. Zenergy spent 128 hours on foraging 50. Could have been done in half the time if he would have done it during, if he does it during Derpy, it's like 34 hours. That would have been a fourth of the time instead of 128 hours. It just, oh my god, I saw that video and I just knew I had to make this and publicize this method. Because he has his videos out. Again, I'm going to show love to the creator. The videos will be linked in the description. And I'm pretty sure there's a Discord called Foraging Cult, which I will also link in the description. That is all the updates you could ever want for foraging. But for any other deranged lunatics that are going to go get Foraging 50, this guide is for you. But real quick, before we get into the video, I do want to ask you guys to please scroll down and subscribe. We are going for 30k and the YouTube rank. Every subscription helps me out immensely. Let's get into the video. So first of all, let's go over the bonuses of this method. I'll have some footage of him actively doing this method because I'm already foraging 50. This method does take a little bit of rhythm because it's a lot of hotkeying. But as you get the rhythm down, it's you just turn your brain off and you farm trees. That's, I mean, basically what you do for everything else, except you're going to be doing it twice as efficient. So positives to this method are that it doesn't cost 100 mil to set up. You get way more XP per hour, almost double. And the other bonus is you don't have to worry about nons. So Zenergy had to deal with a lot of nons visiting him and body blocking him on his island. Which obviously, if you're not like a creator, you're probably not going to get visited and body blocked. They're like people macro checking you. But if you're trying to forage in the park, there are always nons stealing trees from you. So this one, don't have to worry about arguing with them. Don't have to get frustrated over having trees stolen. The only downside to it is it requires a lot of input, but you get into the rhythm after a while, and if you are an absolute gamer and want to save time, this is definitely the way to go about it. The only other thing I'll add here is you should definitely make sure to use the Foraging Wisdom Abacase. 1.5 Foraging Wisdom may not seem like that much, but I promise you it does go a long way in terms of saving you time. And now let me boot up Schematica, because even though the farm is super small, I did make a schematic of it, and let's show you how to build it. Okay, so here we are on Schematica. Things are going to look a little bit different because for some reason Schematica doesn't like to boot up with the rest of my mods, so this is like literally just vanilla Minecraft along with Schematica. Again, for those of you that have questions, Schematica's not bannable. You just can't use the printer feature. I forgot what it was called. Okay, so here we go. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but now we finally have the farm set up. As you can see, it's extremely small, extremely easy to build. Let's actually move this down and then all the way back over here. So if you guys don't know how to use Schematica or don't want to use Schematica, I will leave this link like in the description as a downloadable link. Otherwise, it's super easy to build. You can just come to the island and actually build it. And if you're curious about the materials, very, very few. You just need 8 blocks of quartz, 1 block of redstone, 10 chests, 4 dirt, 5 droppers, 3 heads, which you can buy from the builder, 9 hoppers, 10 redstone, and 1 redstone repeater. Again, if you are curious about where to buy heads, you just go to variety, and then any of these will work. I personally use lemons. You can literally use whatever you want. But then we head back to the island. Another quick tip for Schematica, for those of you that don't know, if you're ever building something with like multiple layers and you can't see the actual blocks, you can come over here and just hit layers, and you can just build it up like this. So we just place our quartz, place our hoppers facing, or our droppers facing up, sorry. Place our hoppers facing in, and then we're going to add 1 layer. And we're going to add quartz here, dirt here, and then 2 quartz facing out. And actually one thing that I'm glad I'm actually showing off the building aspect of it, because one thing I did forget to mention is we're actually going to borrow some of this dirt. Okay, actually just kidding, can't borrow dirt because it's in my deleter. Is in order to place these heads correctly, you do actually need to place temporary blocks like so, and then place the lemons on said temporary blocks, and then you're going to break your temporary blocks. You do want to place your heads this way. I'm not really sure the science behind it. I just know that people in the comments of his video were saying it didn't work if you didn't, or like it wasn't working correctly, and I think that's because they didn't place their heads correctly. And then we're going to place chests. Another thing to note is, so this chest right here is for enchanted bone meal. These chests are for the saplings, and you're going to be using dark oak saplings because jungle is buggy. And you want about 4 times as many saplings as you want enchanted bone meal, which is why I have 4 times as many chests as this chest. And lastly, all you have to do is add a piece of redstone here, a repeater here, and grab yourself an enchanted redstone block. And after doing that, you're done. You can unload your skem, or if you just built it by watching me or visiting the island, that's easy too. And then all you want to do after is you go to the builder. You are just going to buy a ton of dark oak sapling, and basically you're just going to fill up these chests, fill up these droppers with dark oak saplings. Your inventory will refill after every single tree that you mine, because basically the way this works is this redstone is not connected until you place a tree down. So as soon as a tree grows, this will be a solid block, which will send this signal to these hoppers. You want the redstone, or to these droppers, I mean. You want the redstone on top of these droppers, and then so for every tree you place, grow, mine, your inventory will be refilled with 4 total saplings and 1 enchanted bone meal. Another cool thing about this farm, and actually for like old designs of this farm, which were not as good, and also why I didn't like island foraging, you actually couldn't buy an infinite amount of enchanted bone meal from the farm merchant. I don't remember when they changed this, or I should say I don't know when they changed this, but now you can buy infinite, which makes this method way better than it used to be, because you go through all of this storage in about an hour. So every 930k XP you get, you go through all of this storage. And yeah, that's about all I have for you. I just thought it'd be good to make this video, show this off. Again, support the original creator of this idea. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord. But other than that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Send this video to Zenergy if you think this is funny. If you think he wasted like 90 hours of his life when he could have been doing this during Derpy. Or even without Derpy, he could have saved 60 hours of his life. Like that's crazy. So I figured I had to promote this, make sure as many people know about this as possible, and hopefully nobody actually does their Foraging 50 in the park anymore. And with that, have a good one. Peace.